Okay guys, so yeah, I'm here. I want to say welcome again, okay, it's me Richard, or Wushu Richard. I want to say, in this video we're going to talk about Wing Chun Kung Fu, okay. Wing Chun Kung Fu is one of my absolute best martial arts, or my favourite, one of my favourites. I love all kinds of martial arts, don't get me wrong, okay. I'm not going to speak a lot on other martial arts here in this video. But I will say I love simple tactics from karate, and I influence some simple tactics from karate, various different systems of karate. I just take some simple techniques of karate too, okay, into my training. Tai Chi also, I'm a big fan of that, doing some like rooted training and flowing and feeling the flow of the energy. So I like Tai Chi. Not like the stuff you see like just in the parks, like old people doing these forms. I mean, I used to train forms and that before a form, but it was like, now I just take the essence of Tai Chi and train the tactics which I feel are very useful to me in terms of feeling my balance in my whole bodily structure and the root, and how to use the opponent's force against them. When someone's pushing, you pull. If someone's pulling me, I'll push back, and feeling how to manipulate into different positions in my body, how to fight. I'm not going to show you any techniques here properly, but I'm just standing strong, and feeling with the power of the waist, coiling up, and the balance and the chi energy. So I like Tai Chi, but it's like karate, simple tactics from karate, like punching, kicking, blocking, and the stance work. So I like karate, I like Tai Chi a little bit. I influence include in my training now. Other stuff like basic boxing, basic kickboxing, because I used to do kickboxing, as I say. I do include that in my training too. Anything else will be like stuff such as, it's very hard to say. I mean, I include a lot. Circle stepping and like principles like Aikido with some arm locks and things like that. Ninjutsu, kind of simple like tactics like ninjutsu. Again, more circle stepping and coiling and stuff like Bagua, as I've learned some basic Bagua, as I said in the past. So I love all the training, okay. Again, the animal systems of Kung Fu, like the crane and all that, okay. The directness of the snake, the power of the tiger, dynamic tension, all this kind of stuff I'll include in there. Mantis, hooking hands, whatever it might be, leopard, whatever else coming in, boxing again, uppercut. I include it all in. I like Muay Thai too, but Muay Thai will be like for the streets. I mean, really knocking out somebody who's trying to mug you or kill you. I'm just saying, if somebody's trying to use a threat, I wouldn't be saying, I'm not promoting violence, but I'm saying you've got to save your life, yeah, for the street. I wouldn't say it's ever okay though to be hurting somebody, but it's like another human being, and I'm not a fan of sport fighting or MMA, sorry guys. I mean, in terms of like, I value everybody's got their own opinion in what they like doing, yeah, but and that's great, fair enough, but even if that means beating blood out of each other's heads, but it's like, I'm just trying to say, people do what they do, but I'm just trying to say the martial arts was really geared towards life and preservation. So I think for self-defense it's great, all martial arts, as I say, but let's get onto the subject, Wing Chun, okay. Wing Chun's a great art, okay. I'm not going to show you a lot here. You see, I'm sitting here like in this chair, and I'm like playing around here, like showing you like different moves. I'm just like sitting here doing all these different funky moves, these like Wing Chun techniques, for example, standing here, sitting here, I can practice the moves still, pulling, chopping, palming from here, blocking, whatever it might be, blocking. Well, I can practice the moves, see, but it's like, what I'm trying to say is like, I'll be there, and it's like, in the past I've made videos where I've been literally I've made on my Wushu Richard Life channel. You can see like to the spine, to the line. You can see there's a series on there, okay. There's a series on the Wushu Richard Life channel which is dedicated to like chair-bound training, where I'm like for some people who may be like chair-bound, let's say in a wheelchair or can't move. I've been sharing like some simple tactics on self-defense too. But what I'm trying to say is, okay, in martial arts there's a lot of simple techniques. You don't always have to do so showy, cool movements which need so much flexibility, contortionist, you know, break dancing, backflips, splits and everything, you know. If you can do all those really, really crazy moves, you know, great. Some people are really, really great athletes. You see gymnastics, you see ballet or hip-hop dancers, you see parkour, it's called free running, things like this. Some people are great, but what I'm trying to say is, like, you can really do great training. I've seen some real good, like, taekwondo demonstrations online and stuff like that, and hapkido and like wushu and funky, weaker extreme martial arts and all that. Okay, I'm a massive fan of Tony Jaa too, I've said too, as well as Jet Li. I train to be as flexible as possible for me and just do the best I can nowadays. I don't go so hardcore like I used to, but it's like, what I've learned is, like, simple training is the way to go, and you can generate a lot of power and you can generate a lot of simple, useful tactics, and do it with small techniques too. Blocking, striking, you know, when someone grabs onto you, working how to, you know, whatever technique you might do, you know, you can really defend yourself well. But Wing Chun especially is all geared towards that, you know. Wing Chun is geared towards simplicity, hand techniques mostly. There are some low kicks usually in it, but it's like, you see what I'm saying, yeah? It's got, like, very straightforward, to the point techniques, how to fight, okay? So what I'm trying to say, okay, is Wing Chun is a great style, I feel, and I practice a lot of that now, and I've been teaching too. Now, let me just remind you guys, okay, when I'm teaching my Kung Fu or sharing my Kung Fu tactics and strategies, it's all very, very simple. And I'm not saying, oh yeah, you know, I mean, anyone can say, well, that's because you're not, you know, you're not a master and all this. Yeah, fair enough, I'm not a master. You know, and people might say, well, yeah, you know what, yeah, well, you shouldn't be teaching then, man, you know, you've got to get your facts right. Now, what it is, right, is even masters and experts you can compare on different levels. It's all about taking good with the knowledge you've got, being true to yourself, training damn hard to make sure you know it works. I've had to use martial arts in self-defense. I've had to actually use martial art on the streets. I've actually had to use martial art in China also, that is. I've also had to, it doesn't matter where it is, I'm just trying to say, okay, not everybody's a martial artist, I'm just trying to say. I've had to use martial arts like training and react in the classes and sparring and with people I've been teaching. Some people, some of the students are very clever, you know, and will try to, you know, whatever, test my reactions and stuff. So I know my reaction and ability to a great extent, but you can always learn more about yourself and you can always come unstuck. I could get knocked excuse my language, I could get knocked the fuck out on the street so easily. It doesn't matter all the years of martial art training I've had. But what I'm saying is, if you do have that training, you know what you can do more so. But if you don't do exercises and keep healthy and fit, you will never be able to have a chance even of running away if you're not healthy and fit. But if you don't practice the movements and, you know, learn how to use them, you never have any ability, you know, to actually, you won't know what you can do. So, you know, what I'm trying to say though is, okay, it's like, training can be fun, it can be a hobby and whatever, but it's like, you don't have to go to the absolutely so extreme, but you can't be lazy, but you need to take out and make it a martial art. It's not playing around with your hands, funky this and that, at the end of the day. Because when you're in a fight, if someone's going to come and fight you, and I know I'm talking all this now, and I'm just talking, okay, it's all talk and the rest of it, yeah, I know. But what I'm trying to say really is, like, if you were in a fight, if you're fighting for your life, those hits have got to count. If you're not avoiding, if you're not able to get out of the way, you can't run away. Every hit you deliver has got to be an absolute knockout shot. You won't be thinking about so perfect position in the show. You're going straight into clock out the guy, right? In self-defense, because he's going to kill you or whatever. So what I'm trying to say is, that's real. But if someone's coming to hit you, what are you doing? You're thinking, get away from those hits, right? Stop them from touching you. He's grabbing on you, you want to get rid of that. You're trying to punch in the face, move your head away or block, parry, right? Someone's chucking stones at you, you want to duck out the way, right? Get away, right? Hide behind the wall. So that's what it's saying. When there's no walls around and you're in a small space, let's say, like, you know, let's say for example, like in a lift. I've been mugged and stuff in the past, but I'm saying, if you was in a lift or somewhere like that, or in a confined space and there's a guy, one guy or two guys, they're saying they're going to beat the hell out of you, what are you going to do? Or they're putting their hands on you now, one person's grabbing you, the other one's swinging his fist. You're going to have to move out of the way, you're going to have to fight, if you can't get out there, it's either they're going to kill you or you have to fight, right? Even me now, I might even be killed straight off the bat. And if they're carrying baseball bats, you know, you're in more trouble. But you know what I'm saying though, yeah? So I've seen some real violence and nasty fights online, which is so terrible. I'm just saying, like, if you're a man or a woman, you know, some people, there's stories of rape and all kinds of stuff. And, you know, even kids and stuff getting bullied and stuff in school. I was bullied badly back in the day. But I know that martial arts can help anyone out. Martial arts is an ongoing journey with self-development too. You can teach like kids simple martial arts, and anyone can learn simple martial art tactics, but to be really that strong and efficient in your body, it does take years of training. And I know that even if back in the day, even if I knew the techniques I know now, some of the stuff will still not be as effective as it is today, because my body actually, the muscle, the tendons and how I actually trained over the years, is a physical training. But it's never too late to train, even if you're an old person or whoever you are now. Never wait to do anything good and develop yourself. You know, you just start. Work on it daily on a regular basis too. Don't leave it off for, you know, months and then go back to it. No, keep it going. What I want to say is Wing Chun, is great because anyone can use it. Wing Chun Kung Fu is one of those styles, one of those different styles out there, which doesn't require so much flexibility. You're so flexible and strength. It's relying on using the attacker's force against them. Centre line principle, alignment, just alignment, and working with the hand techniques and footwork in the right position, and defending against different kinds of attacks, grabs, pushes, pulls, basic self-defense. Someone grabbing onto you on the street or whatever, in close range, because that's where most fights are going to be anyway, you know what I mean, and working with your hands and feet effectively, elbows, shoulder, back into it, waist, knees, feet, everything, like your mind, and basically being able to defend yourself well, blocking against attacks and going in with different hand techniques, and you can blend that in with your boxing or whatever anyway and work that in with your training. So right now I do some training. I'm teaching a little boy who's like 12 years old. He's around the same age I was around about when I started my martial arts training, karate, back in England that was, but he's you know, a little boy here in China, and basically he just loves martial arts, and I feel so sad because there's not a lot of people around that are, you know, even here that are like into martial arts, even young people. So for a young age like that and to be like into it, it's like kind of moves me, and I think, you know, that's the best time to learn. Young people learn fast anyway, so it's like teach, you know, and give them some good habits and train some useful stuff. Tell him to use his mind and practice well, and then these techniques will stay with you for your whole life, you know what I mean? So Wing Chun's great for anybody, I believe. It's a very simple skill, and I'm not the best expert, I'm not an expert in Wing Chun, okay, in all the terminology, the forms and everything, but I know what I know. I've trained my own way and I've got my style. I've had some experience training under different teachers, but I've trained myself in a lot of extra training too, and I've just worked my own, I call it RC, my name is Richard Clark, so RC Wing Chun I call it. It's just my Wing Chun, but Wing Chun Kung Fu I do with all the rest of my martial arts, what I do too. And I just teach people. I've taught women and girls, young women for training in the path of self-defense too. And I think it can help out anybody, okay? Thank you for watching. I've got to stop this video here. Sorry guys.